It's time now for 3 questions for Grandma.
Karm, we really talked to the sperminator longer than I thought we ever would.
Okay, do the 3.
I'm exhausted.
Why are you exhausted?
That was a long, hard interview.
No, but the guy's brain works, and you know how when they had the records.
If I did this, Karm, you'd call me a moron. But since this guy had 117 kids, now you're saying how smart he is. How do you know how smart this guy is? Just because he's good at math?
No, just in the conversation. He was very quick and he responded very fast.
His mother, what do you think his mother's thinking, his Jewish mom?
His Jewish mom is a little bit uncomfortable.
She's got to be a little wacky, I bet. I'm curious to meet her. Okay, 3 questions for Grandma.
He's not a very religious. He's modern religious.
Modern religious. His siblings are religious. Religious enough.
Yes, religious.
First question, which has been lingering in Zizi's mind for the whole week. She's asked me this question multiple times. 6-year-old Zizi Bugs. She goes on boats now that we live in Miami, and I have neighbors that can afford boats.
Okay.
I afford rubber ducks for the bathtub, but others afford luxury boats. Okay. So Zizi was on a boat.
What did I tell you?
Don't compare myself to others.
No.
Oh.
What did I tell you?
Rubber ducks are better than boats?
No. No, I told you. When Zizi said, how come we cannot have a boat?
I forget what you told me to say.
I said, you should tell them if you had a boat, you couldn't go to that other neighbor's boat, and then he would have a boat for nothing because he couldn't take people on a ride. You are doing a good deed by not having a boat and going on his boat.
So here's her question. When people go on boats and you move, why does the ocean behind you turn white?
The foam. The
wake. I believe it's called the wake. Why does it turn white? She wants to know specifically.
I think there is air in it. Air. No,
are you making this
little
up?
Air bubbles are coming out of it.
She wants to know why it is white. She's fixated on this and wants to know why it's white.
Maybe the oxygen makes it white.
Tell her you don't know.
Okay, tell her I don't know.
Vita Leah, age almost 8. Why are there other planets, but some of them don't have oxygen and you cannot step on them? Probably because they're pretty far away. That's for starters. But I get what she's saying. Even if it was right there, you wouldn't be able to step on it.
Yeah, why don't they have oxygen? Why don't they have oxygen?
See, kids ask good questions. Would you ever think to ask this question?
Never.
What do you think it is about kids? They're just finding out about the world, so they ask these dumb questions, which are actually smart?
Which are brilliant, but what happened to the... I think you need to create oxygen, you may need water, and you need maybe other ingredients on that planet.
Final question.
But I'm going to Google this because I feel like a super dummy.
Final question from Judah Mack, who you told me yesterday was 3, but he is 2. He's not 3 till May.
He's 3 until in May.
He began boxing with the Dempsey Lions yesterday with Josh Dempsey, one of the great boxing minds of our generation, who's teaching my son at 2. Judah Mack, this question came directly from his mouth. I swear on Ari's children.
Okay.
This morning came from his, because he gets involved now. You said, Vita had to translate it a little. I didn't fully understand it the first time, and then I did.
Because he has a little, like he calls the
phone the tone.
The phone the tone.
He says.
And he says me instead of I.
How do you put a charger in a laptop, and how does it work? How does it charge?
Yeah, the electricity goes from the wall in that wire into the...
Look, he already knows about laptop chargers. He's 2.
He knows a lot.
Smart kid. He's an awesome boxer. His kid's going to kick some ass. Ari might have had 117 kids, but I don't have one that's going to kick the crap out of all Saudi Arabia with his fighting skills.
Ari feels bad that he cannot be there for them to tuck them in and read them a night.
Karm, a final word about this Sperminator episode. Do you think we get views on this one?
Very honestly?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure. Our viewers are kind of very unpredictable.
Yeah.
Things that I was 100% sure that would interest people just because they interest me We got fewer
Like Fear of Flying, we have no viewers, but
you have no
very few. But Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, through the roof.
Yes,
You mentioned Chris Hansen, through the roof.
People are like that. People are like that.
You can say what you say behind closed doors, Carmela. You call them dumb Americans. Maybe we should
never.
Yeah.
I never called them dumb Americans.
Maybe we should call the show.
I call you a dumb American.
America, love you. We'll see you next week, same time.
Don't say things like that because that's so snobby.